chances are, if you guys are watching this video, that you guys are trying to start a video marketing agency while working a 9 to 5 job. And I know it can be very hard to basically start your own business while working, 40 hours a week. And what better way to actually explain to you guys than to have someone that's actually going through the situation right now, but what I've been doing to actually scale up my video marketing business and still be able to work for my boss, basically, have a 9 to 5 job as well. But my basically end goal is I'm trying to leave that job and I want to start my own thing. And I think a lot of it comes down to your belief in yourself, because I still kind of struggle with uh, that about myself, that I don't know how to do it, or can I sustain it? Can I actually, make money from video marketing and actually, buy my own house if one day, I have a family or even a girlfriend, if I'm able to sustain this person and myself with videos. And for a long time, I didn't think that was possible, because I'm like, how can I make money just making videos? Yes, there's so much proof out there, not just, video marketing agencies, but, videographers, content creators, streamers, all these people are making money. So what's to say I can't do it? And what's to say you can't? So that's what I want to talk to you guys today. I'm gonna give you guys some tips that I'm using to actually, like I said, scale up my video business that I have on the side, and basically give you guys a really solid foundation that you guys can go by if you guys are looking to start a video marketing agency or something alike. It could also be, video production, but I actually started as a photographer, and I kind of saw that it was oversaturated, so I went to videography, video production, I guess you can say. And I was making some money. I was shooting, you know, uh, car videos, typical, amateur videographer, weddings, car videos, restaurant videos. And for a long time, I couldn't really find something that I can make money like repeatedly and not to just doing one-off projects, because I hate those. Because you can make a bunch of money in one shoot, but then it'll be a couple of weeks or months before you can, land another job. And that's not what I wanted to do, because I know that that's not gonna get me by, and I'll be homeless, right? Like right now, I am working a 9 to 5 job, but the thing about that is that I'm working as a content creator. So I would advise you guys, if you guys are wanting to start something, like a video marketing agency, something like that, you guys get a job that you can use your skills. Like chances are, yeah, you guys already have a camera, you guys have maybe a kit lens, or you guys just upgraded to something, and that's a perfect opportunity for you guys to jump on a 9 to 5 job that need those services. Because if you look on Indeed, there's a bunch of jobs that are looking for someone that does social media, and that's exactly what I did. That's what kind of shaped me up. Is since I couldn't find jobs, I'm like, I'm just gonna work for a 9 to 5. There's sometimes it works for others. Sometimes people start a video marketing agency or video production company and they scale up without having to go back to a 9 to 5 grind. But since it didn't work out for me, I had to jump back, and I was working for a trucking company, making videos for them, for their company that specializes in, lifting kits, lift kits, wheels and tires and all that stuff. And I learned a lot from them. I learned marketing. It's the reason why I started to, work on my own video stuff again. Because after a while, if you guys just focus on that company or that job, your side hustle is gonna go down. So you have to stay steady. You have to grow your job as well, because this job is not certain, and you're basically a tool. So if maybe they don't feel like you're needed, they can just take you out and replace you within that week, because there's a lot of people that are wanting jobs right now. So what I'm telling you is start your video marketing agency now, but use the content that you guys get from this 9 to 5 job, and start putting it on your portfolio. Like, you're not gonna get in trouble or anything, and that's why I recommend that you guys bring your own equipment to that job. So basically, you own that footage, and if they try to use that against you one day, which they never done it to me, they see my stuff and they never said anything about it, because they, to this day, some of these jobs still use my work on a weekly basis. So I'm not gonna tell nothing, and they can't really tell me anything because I own the footage. So bring your own equipment and start learning from that job. But if you guys already have a good idea on what niche you want to tap into, mine's being construction. It took me a long time, but I realized that there's so much money to be made in construction, and there's a lot of opportunity for growth. So that's why I chose to work for a construction company. And now I'm getting really good. I'm understanding not just the video part of it, but like what goes into building. Because the 9 to 5 job I'm working at, we built storage units, and I've seen how it goes, how the foundation is laid down to the building, and it's awesome knowing all this stuff because then I can better serve future clients. Like I know what they're talking about. I'm not just gonna shoot videos. So that's what I, you know, tell you guys to learn what you guys are gonna go out there and shoot. Like not just shoot nice, pretty videos because you're supposed to get results too. And I want to talk about that in another video. But basically, what I'm trying to stay at is to use that content that you make for them on your own stuff, on your portfolios. And it's an amazing way to actually start your marketing agency, because if you try going out there and cold approach businesses or email people, a lot of times they're gonna leave you on red. I tried it, and like 8 out of 10 times it doesn't really work, at least not for me. So I want to talk about that too in a little bit. But basically, you guys want to use the content and learn from that job too. Like you're supposed to learn too, and use that to get clients. And this is another thing too. If you guys are working a full-time job, what I'm doing right now is I'm actually offering services only on the weekends. So it kind of sucks because a lot of home builders don't work Saturdays, but those that do, which I know are going to be out there, are going to need my services. So what I did, instead of going out there and handing out my information, I started to run ads for my own business. So I came out here, shot a video offering my services on the weekly, on the weekends, and I've been getting leads. And I'm talking to them right now and seeing if I can get these guys on a monthly retainer. So eventually I'm able to, move on forward with my company, my marketing company, and actually make a good living. And that's my plan. But I do need this job, and sometimes we gotta deal with it. Like we need money. We need money coming in, right, to put food on the table and to do all this stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. And if you guys are starting like something like that, or uh, video production business, then I suggest that you guys go with this plan, because it's very effective, and you guys are already making money off the bat. And most of these jobs don't really require you to have any experience. Like these past two jobs that I've been doing content for never required me to uh, be a professional. And they're not gonna pay you great at the start, but as time goes on and you move on to better jobs, they'll start to pay you more, and that way you can put more money from that job towards your business, and getting better gear. That's what I've been doing too, buying better camera, better lens, drones, and using the money that I get from that job to invest into mine. And I think that's a smart plan. If you guys disagree, you can comment, but that's how I'm using this job to fund mine. And if you guys are looking to start one, I think this is a good plan, because most of you guys are gonna have a hard time finding clients. So why don't you try this, right? And most of you guys don't have a good equipment, or if you do have better equipment even than me, I have a Sony ZV-10. Some of you guys have FX3s but don't have work coming in. So this is a good opportunity to use that equipment to make money, right? And you can actually make a decent living even working a 9 to 5 job doing content for them. But in this case, you guys are looking to start your own business. So using that money, working full-time or part-time, and running ads, lead generation ads with Meta, Facebook, and Instagram is an amazing way to get clients outside of you know word of mouth or business cards, because that doesn't really work that well anymore, especially in the new generation. And you guys need to stand out too. I hope you stand out and build trust because they're seeing you, you know, running your ads and you're being active, and you're using that content to get your own people, to get people interested in your video marketing services, you know, and eventually landing someone that wants to pay you on a monthly basis without you having to spend 40 hours a week, right? Because that's what we're trying to aim for. And that way you guys are getting more clients, and that way you guys are going to be up to 10K a month in no time. So with that being said, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video and this information. If you guys did, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. I'm making new content, and it's kind of hard, you know, doing this business side hustle and then my full time, but I'm still gonna get out there and shoot these videos for you guys. So stay tuned because there's a lot more coming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.